will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy.
We'll always be with you. No one's ever really gone.
Hey guys, this is Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood chaos coordinator, Wookiee Wrangler, bar manager. Welcome back to the Cantina. Today I want to talk a little bit about coincidence. Okay. The other day, Daisy Ridley was in a video thing for Vanity Fair. It's entitled, it's something about England, life in England. They're talking about different things. She was talking about what they ate, shows they watched. You got a minute 4:11. And she's talking about the TV show, the British TV show, The EastEnders. There's a scene, she was talking about a particular episode, okay? And when I talk about the episode, then I'm going to talk about there are no such things as coincidences, okay? The episode goes, the character Kat, if you've ever seen the show, you know who Kat is, yells at this other character, "I'm your mother." The other character goes, "No, you're not." That show is a long-running TV show. I find it very difficult to believe that of all the episodes she could have talked about that were memorable, and it was memorable because I saw it, why she picked that one out? What's she saying? A while back, when she had a Instagram account, before she left of her own volition, not because any of us bad Phantom Menace people chased her off. She left because she thinks the internet's stupid. Quite frankly, there are times when I do too, but hey, that's, you know. She posted a picture, it was a meme of herself. It was like blocked photographs of herself, Han Solo, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Muleface, Adam Driver. She deleted it. Very weird. She was on a podcast talking about The Force Awakens, basically saying how very shocked she was that she went to go see it with a bunch of friends. They all walked out, they all sat down for drinks, and they all demanded to know who Rey was. She's very shocked that they didn't know who Rey was. They couldn't tell, couldn't figure out who her parents were. Daisy said, and I quote, and everybody now knows this quote because it's been everywhere, and she said it, I've heard her say it. Rey's parents were in The Force Awakens. It was obvious who they were. She was shocked by the fact no one else realized it. I did. Now let's go to what JJ said. He didn't say they weren't in The Force Awakens. He said, he came back and said, Rey has not discovered them yet. Oh, really? All right. Coinkydink that she comes up with that one episode of EastEnders and all the rest of the stuff? Coinkydink? Coinkydink that basically she goes and shoots down Reylo? Coinkydink? You know, far be it from me to assume anything, but the fact of the matter is, you either don't know film symbolism, like let's talk about the Rise of Skywalker trailer. Get past the Matrix moment, which was so fucking stupid. And I think that is Kyle Ron flying the TIE Fighter. So get past that, get past all the explosions and everything, and all the fanboys are going, oh my God, that's so cool. Luke's voiceover. It's not what he's saying. Okay, Star Wars theory, listen very closely, because you're not very well educated in film, and you're a very good filmmaker. It's the symbolism of the actions of the characters in these particular scenes that say what's going on. Not what Luke is saying, because he could be talking to the entire fucking galaxy. Okay? Here's what is going on. You have Luke saying, we are with you forever or always. I'll put that bit in this video so you guys can see. Leia's holding one of the medals for bravery from the first Death Star attack, Han's medal. Remember what she says. Don't bring up the Death Star. All right? She's got this medal in her hands. The only person that medal it could possibly be is Hans. And then you see her hugging Rey. As Luke says, we will be with you always. You've got Luke saying stuff. The medal is Han. And there's Leia hugging her with the ring. The ring right here. You can see it pretty well. All right, it's not what Luke is saying in the beginning. When you put all that stuff together, it's him saying something. It's the medal that obviously belonged to Han. It's Leia hugging Rey. Who's the we will be with you forever? Her family. She's a Skywalker, okay? You know, I'll go back again. The most obvious clue. The one that just screams hallelujah is Anakin's lightsaber, okay? Sorry, Disney. That's not Rey's lightsaber. She might have put it back together again. But it's Anakin's, because he made it, all right? It is Excalibur. Whoever owns the Skywalker lightsaber is the heir to the Skywalker legacy and must be a Skywalker. So, what's going on here? What kind of Skywalker is she? If Daisy was telling the truth, and I have no doubt she was, that Rey's parents were in The Force Awakens, it couldn't be Luke as her father. Okay, here's the reason why. There was no other woman, except maybe the old woman scrubbing dirt off a piece of junk on Jakku that Rey was looking at. Maybe Connix. I mean, you understand what I'm saying? The only two people that could actually fit Rey's mom and dad are Han Solo and Princess Leia. Okay, that's the only way it works. If Daisy was telling the truth. And again, I have no doubt that she is telling the truth. And she has said time and time again that her parentage has not changed despite The Last Jedi. Okay? So what are we saying? What are we saying? There are no such things as coincidences. Okay? Her doing that East End episode talking about Kat saying, I'm your mother. Her talking about the fact that Rey's parents were in The Force Awakens. JJ saying Rey hadn't discovered them yet. There are no such things as coincidences. I'll explain why. I read thrillers. Everybody who knows me knows that I love Vince Flynn. He's my favorite novelist. When you write thrillers that are as good as his, or another writer's, Brad Thor's, you come to the conclusion that there are no such things as coincidences. Okay? Here's the deal. When you're doing intelligence work, when you're looking at things and extrapolating information, there's always going to be a red thread. There are no such things as coincidences. Okay? Brad Thor said that. Brad Thor writes amazing thriller novels. I suggest you go out and get them. They're very good. And the reason why I said it is, if you have something going on, or someone does something, and you see suddenly a kaleidoscope, a myriad of other things that are tentatively connected, how do you think terrorists are caught? He's over there. You can either have someone walk in and say, know where he is, to your field office, or you can be listening in on communications. You can be doing drone flybys. You can see different things going off with different people that are being watched. And you can kind of extrapolate, triangulate what's going on, where that person is, or what the actions of a certain government like Iran, Russia, China are doing. Okay. Trying to figure out who Rey is kind of like that. You got Daisy saying what she said about Rey's parents being in The Force Awakens. You got JJ saying she hasn't discovered her parents yet. You've got the Skywalker lightsaber. You've got the novel, The Force Awakens. Things coming in there, all right? Things bubbling up to the surface in there that point to Han and Leia. You've got Daisy bringing up that episode of EastEnders. You've got her killing Reylo. You got her talking about her and Kylo Ren's relationship as being strange. Well, if you look at it, they have a Force bond, and Luke and Leia had a Force bond, and that was pretty strange. They had a very strange relationship. Okay, if you think about it, they were twins, they shared a womb. All right, here's the deal. Who are you most closely related to in your whole life? Not your father, you only have half of his, you only got half your chromosomes from him. Not your mother, you only got half the chromosomes from her. You're most closely related to your siblings, okay? You share, 46 chromosomes with them. You might not look exactly like them, you might not be exactly like them, but you're still more closely related by blood to them than anybody else in the whole world, okay? And this is where the Force bond comes in. She can't be anybody else, okay? She just can't be. And this whole Rey Luke's clone hand is just a fanboy, retarded fanboy Kevin Smith. Ooh, smell that poop. Ooh, it smells so good. Pile of shit, okay? We have to explain why she's so good. She's a Mary Sue, so she must be engineered in a laboratory. Or maybe she's Anakin Skywalker's granddaughter through his daughter. Maybe that's what she is. She's Obi-Wan Kenobi's granddaughter. Skywalker saber. Rock, paper, scissors. Guess what's the rock? The Skywalker saber. See? T. All right. Obi-Wan only held it for Luke. He didn't build that lightsaber. All right? Think about it. Remember how Jedis go to find their crystals. So, okay. There are no coincidences. And JJ really, as a filmmaker, let's put it this way. Everything was in your face in TFA. If you don't understand film symbolism and you've lost the ability to read people's facial expressions, understand what words mean when they do mean something, you're a moron. You are a freaking uneducated dunce. Okay. If you can't understand what you were watching in The Force Awakens, if you can't understand what you're being told in the novel, even in TLJ, you are his salvation, you are his niece, say it. Even at the end, when she cuts herself off through the Force from Kylo Ren, okay, duh, okay, there are no coincidences, all right? So, why are we even arguing about this? And this is my thing. If Disney was smart, they'd leak out Rey's identity right now. Here's the reason why. I think if it's what we want, if it's what we see her as, I think people will come to the movie. I think it'd be a hell of a lot better for marketing right now because people are like, we're not going to go see this, we're not going to do anything, blah, blah, blah. Now, if they were to say, if Daisy was to come out and say, I am allowed to say this, Kylo Ren and I are brother and sister. If she was to say that, then we could be speculating out who, Richard E. Grant's character is. His name is Allegiant General Pride. We could figure out what they're trying to find, this supposed MacGuffin they're running around looking for, because that's a J.J. Abrams thing, so we can go find a MacGuffin. That's not Star Wars. And actually, what's really funny is the MacGuffin in The Force Awakens. Anakin's lightsaber. All right. So, if Disney wants people to come back, they need to start being transparent. We've got them telling us that Star Wars, the way we remember it, isn't Star Wars anymore, that the park isn't for us. What a great business idea. I'm not going, are you? We've got them, we've got The Lion King is going to be a flop. I mean, it's getting killed by the critics. They've got so many problems, and yet they turn around and shit on the people that have the money to spend. All right? Disney was smart. They tell us who Ray is. They tell us who Ray is right now. They would let us find out. They wouldn't do this other secretive bullshit. Okay? Because it's not helping them. All right? And it would also take the very loud group, very loud vocal minority of Reylos and put them in a corner. Because I'll tell you something. You're not going to make money selling Reylo, Disney. You know what you're going to make money on? Selling Star Wars. And Reylo, Rey Nobody, Rey Luke's clone hand, Rey Palpatine, Rey Kenobi, Rey blah, 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 isn't Star Wars. You know what all that is? It's either a sick, single, dried up, middle-aged cat lady's fantasy or some stupid, fat, fanboy Kevin Smith type who doesn't really care about the characters, doesn't care about a good story. I just want to see lightsabers and stuff. It's not good Star Wars. All right? And it doesn't belong in the Skywalker saga. Okay? So this is Steph. Signing out. See you around the galaxy. See you around the cantina. Please remember to tip the Wookiee bartenders 20%. No droids. No bounty hunters. No Reylos. No Rey Nobodies. No Rey Kenobis. No Rey Luke's clone hand. No Rey cloned Palpatine. No Rey Palpatine. None of that shit. It's not allowed here. This is about Star Wars and about keeping it what it is. Okay? No fights in the cantina. No gunfights. You take that shit outside. See you around the galaxy.